practice for some time now for console manufacturers to drop the original version of a system and then, a few years down the line, release an updated version with better hardware. Now, these new versions of the consoles also usually have some kind of sleeker design, like the PS4 to the PS4 Pro, or the Xbox 360 to the Xbox 360 Elite, or, if you want to go way back, the PS2 to the PS2 Slim. Now, at this point, upgraded consoles are basically an expectation, and according to some recent leaks, the PS5 is about to follow suit with the PS5 Pro. Welcome to the channel, everybody. Jimmy or Chaos. Today, we're going to talk about just that, the PS5 Pro. Now, it's only been about a year at this point, and most people still haven't been able to get their hands on a PS5, but it's a rather impressive system technically, and actually I just saw videos the other day. It's been a year, and there was 250 people outside in a line for a restock at Best Buy. That's ridiculous! However, there is always room for improvement, and it seems Sony is taking that approach with the leaked PS5 Pro. According to a leaked patent application from Sony themselves, there is an unreleased console still in the pipeline that is roughly twice as strong as the base PS5 in terms of on-paper specs. Now, obviously, on-paper specs aren't everything, but this is a huge jump out of the gate. This patent first leaked back in mid-2020 before the PS5 even launched, but since then, even more rumors have sprouted from industry analysts about Sony's plans for the future of the PS5 family of consoles. And I mean, come on, you go off the track record, it's inevitable it's going to happen, right? Now, according to a YouTuber named Moore's Law is Dead, Sony's next console will be beefed up as a PS5 variant capable of 8K gaming. Now, why anybody needs 8K gaming right now? Your guess is as good as mine, but it is what it is. Eventually down the road, we'll get there, right? Right now, the PS5 is technically capable of 8K image output, but I think everybody knows that nobody is going to use that, right? You have to remember, 8K output and 8K gameplay, those are two very different things. Just because a machine is capable of playing a video at 8K, that doesn't mean it's powerful enough to render a video game in 8K resolution in real time. However, it seems Sony is targeting exactly that with the new system. Moore's Law is Dead also says the PS5 Pro is going to hit the market once the PS5 restock issues are over. Well, guess what? They're not. This isn't expected to happen until 2023 at the earliest, which, I mean, it makes sense. Sony obviously doesn't want to launch the PS5 Pro before people can even get their hands on the base PS5, because at that point, they would just be making their own console obsolete. Now, Moore's Law is Dead has been a reliable leaker in the past, so I'm inclined to believe him on this one, especially when you mix in the leak patent from last year, as well as the fact that a PS5 Pro just makes sense, like we talked about earlier. After the immense success of both the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X, Sony and Microsoft know there's a lot of money to be made with the enhanced consoles released a few years after the base version. The original PS4 launched in late 2013, while the PS4 launched in 2016. The Pro, I'm sorry. It launched 3 years later, almost exactly 3 years later. The Xbox One dropped in late 2013 as well. The Xbox One X dropped in 2017, almost exactly 4 years later. The current industry trend is to release your enhanced console 3 to 4 years after the base version. Although the current console generation is a little weird right now due to shortages, so those trends may actually be extended a little bit. Now, manufacturing a new video game console in the middle of a global pandemic certainly put a dent in production levels, which led to shortages worldwide and a giant market of scalpers and bots that sell these things for huge profits. Like I said before, Sony is working on fixing the restock problem for the PS5, but the console isn't expected to be readily available until 2023 at the earliest. When I say readily available, I mean you can stroll into your local Walmart, Target, Best Buy, and you can go get one off the shelf with no stress. You guys remember those days? You remember the good old days? You walked into GameStop, bought an Xbox 360, strolled into Target, and you left with a PS4? Well, that's not reality right now. That's not possible. We're probably not going to go back to that for another 2 years. I'm truly sorry to say that. But that raises the question. Is Sony going to hold off on the PS5 Pro, or are they going to go full speed ahead? The PS5 isn't expected to be commonplace with retailers until 2023, which is around the 3-year anniversary of the console itself. Now, that magical 3-year mark would make it ready for a Pro variant. But is Sony really going to release the Pro version before most people actually get the standard version? It's kind of a slap in the face, to be honest. The whole appeal of the enhanced consoles for Sony is so they can essentially double dip. You buy the base PS5. You have it for a few years, and then you buy the enhanced version, which kind of gives that console its lifespan. If you look at consoles, they usually, last 6 to 8 years, 5 to 7 years, somewhere like that, and they do that off the back of these enhanced versions. Yeah, So you buy it, and then you feel like you upgraded, and then it's time for the next-gen consoles. Once the enhanced version comes out, most of the new PS5 buyers are just going to skip the original anyway. They're going to go for the stronger one because it has updated software and hardware, which is ever-changing every year. Just like what happened with the original PS4 once the PS4 Pro came out, as well as the original Xbox One once the Xbox One S and then the X came out. That's how it works. Now, personally, I don't think Sony's going to release the PS5 Pro for a while. I don't. They don't want to rush it out to market while they're still trying to get PS5s into the hands of so many potential buyers, right? If the shortages are going to be resolved by 2023, I think they're going to want at least one more year of that being on the market by itself before they release the updated version. I don't feel they're going to release the Pro when you can't go to a store and physically buy the base version. If you ask me, the PS5 Pro isn't going to hit the market. Are you ready for this? This is my prediction. Let's come back and look at this video in 3 years. I don't think it's going to hit the market until 2024. I think it's going to be around the 4-year anniversary of the console, which that's not the worst. Like I said before, the Xbox had a 4-year gap when it did its thing with the Xbox One. So it's not the worst, it's not the best. I just don't think it makes sense otherwise. Also, don't get too excited about the whole 8K gaming thing, seriously, because you are going to need an 8K television or a monitor in order to take advantage of that. And those things, well, right now, those things can cost you some serious cash. It's all really preliminary right now, it is. But I definitely expect a PS5 Pro to be coming at some point in 2024. And you could probably say the same about the Xbox. So you guys let me know what you think. Obviously, you guys aren't even focused on the PS5 Pro, most of you, because the community I'm tapped into over on my Chaos Facebook page and on my Twitter, half the people don't even have a PS5. Half the people can't get them. I went to Amazon the other day where they said Amazon Prime gets first whatever. I got there and I refreshed probably within 15 seconds of it going in stock. And all I got were pictures of Amazon employees' dogs. So it is still far, far from being resolved. You guys let me know what you think, and how much do you think the PS5 Pro is going to cost when it eventually does come to market. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you soon.